musical great and a political icon are being laid to rest. Good evening. We'll have those stories shortly.
But first, thousands are heading out of town for the Labor Day weekend. We begin our news with a look at how things are going at the airport.
Labor Day marks the last weekend of the summer before students head back to school.
And as many are getting ready to fire up the grill and enjoy family and friends, others are headed to the airport for vacation.
Well, with the Labor Day weekend starting today, many people have already started their travel plans. We're here at BWI Airport, where we talked to some passengers about their plans this holiday.
I'm actually headed home. I'm headed home to Orlando.
Do you normally travel on the Labor Day weekend?
No, not usually. It's usually too crazy, so I usually try to stay at home.
You headed today?
Charlotte.
So how do you normally find it? Is it normally really busy, or do you try to get out a little bit early?
Fridays is a better day because all the businessmen, they're already home or where they're going to be at.
So do you normally travel a lot?
Maybe twice a year.
Have you ever traveled during the Labor Day weekend?
No, this is my first time.
How's it been so far?
It's been good. Woohoo, we ready for Orlando, Florida.
If you do plan on heading out this holiday weekend, TSA wants you to remember that handguns are not allowed unless they are checked in and properly packaged. And to get through the lines quickly, make sure your ID and boarding pass is already handy. At BWI Airport, I'm Deja Ross. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Deja. Well, are you planning a trip to the beach this weekend? If so, you may want to make sure that your car is in good working order before hitting the road. AAA says it expects to come to the rescue of more than 7,300 Marylanders over the Labor Day holiday.
If I drive my new vehicle, I don't have to do anything but gas it up and go. It has the information center where it tells me when to change the oil, my tire pressure, makes it pretty idiot-proof. Now, if I take my old first edition Bronco, I check my oil, check my radiator, check my tires, check all the fluids, make sure it's good to go before I take that on a trip.
AAA says that dead batteries and flat tires are the primary reasons for roadside service.
We now know the name of the victim in last night's fatal car crash in Brandywine. He is 57-year-old Sidney Douglas. Police say Douglas and two passengers were driving eastbound on Missouri Avenue when the car collided with a vehicle going in the opposite direction. Douglas was pronounced dead at the scene. The two passengers and the other driver were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries.
Our other big story this evening, the man many call a war hero is lying in state in the rotunda in the U.S. Capitol. Dignitaries attended a ceremony for the late Senator John McCain this morning, and a public visitation will continue there until 8 this evening. Tomorrow, a memorial service will be held at the Washington National Cathedral, where former Presidents George Bush and Barack Obama are expected to give tributes. Sunday, McCain will be laid to rest during a private service at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. State troopers are scheduled to meet the motorcade procession at the Maryland District Line around 11 a.m. that day to escort McCain to his final route.
And it was a funeral fit for a queen. Family, friends, and dignitaries gathering in Detroit for Aretha Franklin's homegoing service. The ceremony held in Franklin's father's church, Greater Grace Temple. Guests included Louis Farrakhan, ministers Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, along with former President Bill Clinton. There are musical tributes by Faith Hill or Ariana Grande, the Clark sisters, and Chaka Khan, among others. Aretha Franklin will be buried at the Woodlawn Cemetery in Detroit. And now I want to show you a picture of a young person. This is a missing person. She is, police tell us, 15-year-old Ararat Tawolde of Greenbelt. Police say she was last seen leaving her home on Canning Terrace at about 9 a.m. on Wednesday. The teen is 5 feet tall and weighs about 140 pounds. Anyone with any information is asked to call Greenbelt Police at 301-474-7200.